Hey there, YouTube fam. Today, we're diving deep into a story that reeks of strategy, pride, and a lethal trap. Picture this. It's 1941. The Italians sense the British closing in, and surrender is just not in their vocabulary. They knew backing down would be a blow to their pride, a punch to the gut. I mean, who wants to be the subject of German mockery, right? The Regia Marina was on a mission to prove to the Kriegsmarine that they could hold their own in combat. But here's the kicker. The British were a step ahead. They had cracked the Italian naval enigma, and they were shadowing every move the Italians made. Anxiety gripped the Italian navy. British forces loomed, and retreat gnawed at their pride. German mockery for backing down echoed in their ears. The Italian fleet, Regia Marina, yearned to prove its mettle against the German Kriegsmarine. Unbeknownst to them, British minds had cracked the Italian naval enigma, exposing every Italian move. As Admiral Iachino's fleet steamed towards enemy ships near Cape Matapan on March 28, 1941, they unknowingly sailed into a deadly trap. Meanwhile, in June 1940, Hitler's disciplined blitzkrieg roared through Europe. France's Maginot Line, once deemed impenetrable, crumbled. Nations like Norway, Belgium, and Poland had already fallen, and more would soon follow. Italian dictator Mussolini, Hitler's ally, wrestled with his decision. Should he join the war against the Allies? Old scores with England and France from World War I festered, tempting him closer to the conflict. Faced with a critical choice, Mussolini wrestled with Italy's fate. Join Hitler and forge a new empire, or risk isolation and British attack? Time was relentless, and the decision rested solely on his shoulders. Obsessed with reviving the Roman legacy, Mussolini saw France's imminent fall as his golden opportunity. By aligning with Hitler, he imagined himself a modern Caesar, defying even the king and pope. His grand vision, a re-established Mare Nostrum, the Roman Mediterranean dominated by Italy's powerful navy. He had meticulously built this force since the 1930s to counter British and French influence. But the British, anticipating this move, had secretly planned to cripple Italian docks at the first sign of aggression. However, a crucial miscalculation tilted the scales. While the Royal Navy guarded Atlantic convoys, the Mediterranean saw only outgated ships. France, defeated by Germany, was no longer a factor. Mussolini, blinded by ambition, saw a vulnerable opponent and declared war on Britain. But victory eluded him. He recklessly launched the campaign without his navy's input, a critical oversight considering Italy's limited oil reserves. The British swiftly responded, severing his access to Libyan oil fields. Stalemates in Greece and North Africa forced Mussolini to beg for German aid, leading to the Africa Corps deployment and the daring Luftwaffe attack on Crete. Fascinated with his imperial dream, Mussolini gambled. But his miscalculations and underestimation of his enemies plunged Italy into a devastating war, the repercussions of which would echo for decades to come. March 1941. Mussolini, determined to prove Italian naval might, launched Operation Gaudo. Veteran Admiral Iachino led the mission, aiming to sweep the Royal Navy from Crete's waters. Morale soared, fueled by Luftwaffe reports of 2 crippled British battleships awaiting an easy conquest. Yet Iachino harbored doubts. Were these reports a trap? Meanwhile, at Bletchley Park, a British cryptanalyst cracked the Italian Enigma code, revealing Gaudo's true nature, a powerful fleet-hunting British merchant ships. Admiral Cunningham, alerted to the danger, assembled his forces, an aircraft carrier, battleships, and cruisers. Gaudo, lacking air support and crucial radar, was sailing blind into a storm. One day before Gaudo's departure, Cunningham embarked on his flagship, secretly preparing for a counterattack. The stage was set for a deadly game of cat and mouse. Gaudo, under Iachino's wary command, patrolled the waters, unaware of the formidable force closing in. Vice Admiral Pridham Whipple, leading a separate British contingent, maneuvered south of Crete, ready to join the hunt. Disaster loomed for Gaudo. No Axis planes confirmed the British had left Alexandria, leaving Iachino sailing blind. On March 28th, a lone scout plane revealed the enemy, shattering any hope of retreat. Determined to avenge Taranto and impress the Germans, the Italians pursued. A chaotic dance ensued. Trento stumbled upon the British south of Gavdos, triggering an inconclusive exchange of fire. The Italians regrouped, unaware of Cunningham's looming force. Vittorio Veneto, the mighty battleship, waited, firing inaccurate salvos before a swarm of fiery albacore bombers from HMS Formidable descended. Though their attack failed, it scattered the Italian formation. Seeking shelter and air support, Iachino steered towards Taranto, but Cunningham pressed his advantage. At 3 p.m. another wave of albacores struck. Lieutenant Commander Daliel Stade, sacrificing himself, launched a torpedo that crippled Veneto. Desperate repairs followed, but the British closed in again. 2 hours later, a dozen bombers swarmed once more. Iachino deployed smoke and searchlights, a desperate shield. While Veneto escaped, Pola fell victim to a torpedo, leaving Zara and Fiume to fight a losing battle. The Italians limped towards Taranto. Their glory hunt turned into a bloody retreat. Cloaked in darkness, the British fleet stalked their prey. At 10 p.m., Fiume, Zara, and Pola emerged, oblivious to their vulnerability. Without radar, the Italians were blind to the storm about to break. British guns roared to life at 3,500 meters, unleashing hellfire. Fiume and Zara, battered from all sides, sank within minutes. Nearby destroyers, Vittorio Alfieri and Giosuè Carducci, met the same fate, while Gioberti and Oriani limped away, wounded but alive. Amidst the wreckage, the British offered a glimmer of humanity. Before departing, they transmitted the survivors' location, leading to the rescue of 1,020 killed lives. Yet, the cost was immense. Over 2,300 Italian sailors perished, mainly from Zara and Fiume. Vittorio Veneto, scarred but afloat, limped back to Taranto. This marked the end of Italian offensive operations in the Mediterranean. Their dream of naval dominance lay shattered under the Aegean night. As we wrap up this riveting journey into the Battle of Cape Matapan, remember to hit that subscribe button, give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, and share it with your fellow history buffs. If you've got your own insights or want to share your thoughts on this epic naval clash, drop a comment below. Your engagement keeps this channel sailing smoothly. Stay tuned for more captivating historical narratives, and until next time.